I bet you've all run into this scenario. You're online, looking for something to play, you see a game that looks like it could be fun, you proceed to download it, log in, and it's a barren wasteland. There are no players anywhere, it's so dead. The last update from the developers was letting you know they went out for some milk and a packet of cigarettes. MMOs are fun to play with other people, which means that players tend to gravitate towards games with more active players. It makes sense. Nobody wants to play with themselves, by themselves. So, let's sit down together and discuss the most populated MMORPGs currently in 2023. This list is sorted by active players, features MMOs above 100,000 monthly players, and includes games across numerous platforms. Final Fantasy is a stunning open-world anime action MMORPG released in 2022. The game is completely free to play, but locks weapons, the equivalent of a class, behind a gacha system that is largely beneficial to whales. Whales, of course, being people with large wallets and fragile egos. On average, roughly 50,000 to 150,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 100,000 to 200,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, PS5, Android, and iOS. The Elder Scrolls Online is a large open-world action MMORPG released in 2024. The game is buy-to-play, requiring players purchase a game with a one-time fee, and offering paid DLC and expansions which provide a surplus of regular, new, high-quality content. The Elder Scrolls Online is also the only MMO set within the Elder Scrolls universe, the same universe shared with each of its successful predecessors, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. On average, roughly 40,000 to 50,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 150,000 to 200,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the XS. Odin Valhalla Rising is a large open-world tab-target MMORPG with autoplay present on mobile devices, released in 2021. Many people claim this game drew significant inspiration from Black Desert Online, and admittedly, you'd have to be blind to not see the resemblance. When this game released, it became the fastest growing, highest grossing mobile game of the year, bringing in over $100 million in under a month. A year later, it still continues to average 100,000 to 200,000 players logging in and playing the game each day, with an average of 200,000 to 300,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS, with a confirmed global release for 2023, but given the date right now, that seems highly unlikely, so probably early 2024. Now, it is worth noting I did say autoplay present on mobile devices. It was confirmed that that is no longer going to be the case when it releases globally. There will be no autoplay, so that's good, I guess. Lost Ark is a large segregated action MMORPG released in 2021. The game is completely free, as are all major and minor patches. On average, roughly 100,000 to 200,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 200,000 to 300,000 players logging in and playing per month. And I know a lot of you will claim a large portion of those are bots, but there's no way of discerning between bots and real players statistically. The game is a PC exclusive. Gran Saga is a large open-world anime tab-target MMORPG with autoplay present on mobile devices, released in 2021. The game is absolutely gorgeous and is arguably one of the better-looking anime MMOs available. Much like Odin listed earlier, Gran Saga opened to the largest release in Korea with over $100 million earned in a mere 3 weeks, breaking every single record for an MMO and mobile game both. On average, roughly 150,000 to 200,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 200,000 to 300,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS, with a global release confirmed for 2024, once the game is less crappy for Western players. Black Desert Online is an enormous sandbox MMORPG with arguably the best true action combat available in an MMO, released in 2016. The game requires a one-time purchase, but every new large update, including the classes and continents that accompany them, are completely free. On average, roughly 80,000 to 120,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 400,000 to 600,000 players logging in and playing per month, especially when new classes are released, which seems to be every other month. They know their audience. Currently available platforms include the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Before we discuss any further MMOs, let me take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos on MMOs like this every single week. You guys are greatly appreciated, and I cannot thank you all enough. Now back to the video. RuneScape is a large open-world point-and-click MMORPG released in 2001. The game is completely free. Totaling RuneScape, RuneScape Mobile, and old school RuneScape, the game averages 300,000 to 500,000 players logging in and playing the game each day, with an average of 400,000 to 600,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS. Black Desert Mobile is essentially Black Desert Online if it were on mobile devices, and much shittier, with less features and more basic mechanics released back in 2018. The game is completely free to play, but has mobile monetization, which means it's not really free to play. It's free to get your ass handed to you by players that pay to play. Average roughly 100,000 to 200,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 600 to 800,000 players logging in and playing per month. Since this game is a mobile exclusive title, we can see that it garners hundreds of thousands of new downloads every single month and continues to pull in millions of dollars. Guild Wars 2 is a massive open world hybrid action MMORPG released in 2012. The base game, which is hundreds of hours long, is completely free to play. The expansions are offered at a premium, one-time price, providing new zones, classes, features, and more. Guild Wars 2 is set within the same intellectual property as its predecessor, Guild Wars, but turned what was once an instance multiplayer game into a large-scale MMO. On average, roughly 100,000 to 200,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 600,000 to 800,000 players logging in and playing per month, largely thanks to their recent expansions, and further, their promised increased content cadence. This game is a PC exclusive. Lineage 2M is a large segregated autoplay MMORPG released in 2021. The game is free to play, but also has very strong mobile monetization, catering to whales with deep pockets. Lineage 2M is set within the same universe as Lineage, Lineage 2, Lineage W, Lineage 2 Revolution, a plethora of other quick cash grabs with the Lineage title prefixed. On average, roughly 200,000 to 300,000 players log in and play the game each and every day, with an average of 600,000 to 800,000 players logging in and playing per month. This is mostly thanks to South Korea, where hundreds of thousands of people play, and the game continues to make millions of dollars per month. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS. Albion Online is a large open-world point-and-click sandbox MMORPG released in 2017, showing a striking resemblance to RuneScape. The game is also completely free. Albion Online averages 300,000 to 500,000 players logging in and playing the game each day, with an average of 600,000 to 800,000 players logging in and playing per month. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS. Final Fantasy XIV is a large open-world tab-target MMORPG released in 2010. The game is one of two existing subscription-based MMOs requiring you purchase a game, pay a monthly recurring fee, and then also pay for every expansion. Final Fantasy XIV is set within the constantly growing and constantly evolving Final Fantasy franchise, bringing the depth of storytelling the franchise is known for to a genre that has never seen anything like it before. On average, roughly 300,000 to 400,000 players log in and play the game each day, with an average of 800,000 to 1.2 million players logging in and playing per month. Diablo Immortal is a large segregated action MMO released in 2022, and the term MMO is debatable here. I mean, like, it's kind of an MMO, but like it's more of an MMO than it isn't. So let's just go ahead and include it here. The game is entirely free to play, but has a gacha system and very whale-heavy pay-to-win, catering to a very certain demographic of player, the kind you will never be, and that I will never be either, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. You know what? Yeah. Diablo Immortal is set within the same universe as the Diablo games that came before it, Diablo 1 through 3, and including Diablo 4 that managed to come after it. On average, roughly 200,000 to 300,000 players log in and play the game every day, with an average of 1 million to 2 million players logging in and playing per month. I know, why? This makes it one of the most played MMORPGs at this very moment. This is also largely thanks to China. Currently available platforms include PC, Android, and iOS. World of Warcraft is a large open-world tab-target MMORPG released in 2004. With Final Fantasy XIV, WoW is one of two existing subscription-based MMOs requiring you purchase a game, pay a monthly recurring fee, and then also pay for every expansion. WoW is set within the same universe as earlier Warcraft titles, albeit retconning certain stories and lore from previous games. Dragonflight was relatively well received, but WoW Classic, along with Hardcore WoW, have pushed WoW ahead by millions of active players. How many is impossible to say at this juncture, but estimates put the game at somewhere above 5 to 6 million currently active players playing per month. It's impossible to say how many players are logging in and playing daily, however. This game is a PC exclusive. And those are the 14 most played MMORPGs, sorted by active players across numerous different platforms. Your favorite MMO might not be here. I didn't include anything under 100,000 players per day or per month, but these are the games that pretty much everyone is playing. I am curious though, what MMO do you play? What MMOs do you play? Is it listed here? Let me know down in the comments below. Maybe you'll be able to influence someone else and have them migrate on over to your game. Now, if you're looking for something new to play, I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that you're not gonna want to miss out on.